Dude. Oh man, the camera's rolling. Gosh, you're living. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. You need to understand, I just got in from church this morning, and then we had to do some grocery shopping for the week. I've got to make this video, and then I've got to prepare for an event tonight, then do the event tonight. First thing in the morning, got to get up and work 9 hours all day. Then I have an event tomorrow night, and then I have to work all day the next day, Tuesday, and I've got an event Tuesday night. So I'm just a little stressed out here. Have you ever heard people talk like that and act like that, saying that they're stressed out? And what that usually means is the reason they're out of control is the effects of some circumstances out there somewhere. And let's talk about stress a minute. First, let's define stress. I got a simple one. When demands exceed resources. Okay? And when we say stress, I think a better description would be distress. Okay? Stress is not a bad thing. It actually makes life interesting. You don't believe me? Okay. Well, think about it. What is it about a football game, or for that matter, any form of team sports, that's so interesting? Why do we do crossword or jigsaw puzzles? How about hunting and fishing, or really for that matter, any form of recreation? Why do we do it? Well, to create stress. In other words, there has to be a reasonable chance of success, but there also has to be a reasonable chance of failure. Otherwise, it wouldn't be interesting. When we say stressed out, really what we should say is distress. It seems that the demands have overwhelmed us, and at that point we're gripped by some form of mental or psychological paralysis that makes it even harder for us to cope and less effective in trying to cope with the situation. You know what really stresses me out? Stressed out Christians. As Christians, should we ever be stressed out? Well, I don't think so, and here's why. Remember the account when Jesus calmed the waters and told the wind to peace be still? Okay. Well, the disciples were certainly stressed out, but they had to go wake up Jesus. Where was he? Well, he was asleep in the back of the boat. Doesn't sound like he was too stressed out. I like the way people recite Philippians 4:13. It's a very popular verse among Christians. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Great verse. Love it. But there's some verses that come before that I would like to point out. Look at verse 11 and 12 of Philippians 4. It says, I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned, that's the operative word, learned, to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need. I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether in living in plenty or in want. Well, that sounds like something we would all benefit from, doesn't it? That's what Paul talks about. Go back a little bit further in Philippians chapter 4. It's actually in verse 7. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ. Now, it doesn't say that peace won't be, the absence of peace won't be out there, that there won't be stress out there, that there won't be conflict out there. It promises that as Christians, our hearts will be guarded. Our inner being, our inner self can experience a peace that transcends human understanding and transcends the circumstances, I might add. Well, I could go on. There's other verses, but I think you get the point. Even if you don't believe the Bible, there's another way of thinking about it. All the water in the ocean never sank a ship until it got inside. Now, amen to whoever said that. I would hasten to add that it is the water that actually floats the ship. Well, that's what's on my mind this morning. I don't know if you ever get stressed out. I don't know if the circumstances in your life ever seem overwhelming. But I think we've all been there and done that. And I think that's why God offers us a peace that transcends all human understanding. You know, as Christians, Satan works hard to take away our joy. The reason he does that is he knows that he can't have our soul. God owns us at that point. We've been adopted into his family. So he works double time to siphon off any sense of joy in the experience of living on this earth. And when you're under stress and you feel distressed, that coming from God or from Satan? I think we know who it is. Well, that's what I've been thinking about today. I hope it hasn't stressed you out. I hope it hasn't been too much stress on me either. Hey, I would really enjoy reading what you have to say about stress in your life. And if you would be very kind enough, would you leave those comments on the space provided on this page? And hey, let's connect on Twitter. My Twitter handle is below. And I maintain a text version of these videos. They serve as my notes. And you can read them and find out more, and you can even subscribe to my written blog. The address is above. I am grateful for the time that you have shared today, and I really would encourage you to check out some of the other videos done by other Christian men and women. We put these videos together, well, to keep you from getting stressed out, to encourage you, to inspire you, to help you along in your walk with Jesus Christ, and most of all, to empower you. We invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel.